Hey guys, Sean T. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop there today. They're going to go out there, see what things came out there, see if things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, it's not going to be a big release week for new things because a lot of things came out last Tuesday. If you guys remember, last Tuesday I didn't get to go out because I was still in Alabama, flying back from the film shoot. So I did like a from home one, and I had some reviews. So if you hadn't seen that one though, I did review a handful of new titles in that one. I am going to have a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews at the end of this video as well. Today though, new release-wise, the only major thing coming out is the movie Hush is coming out today on 4K for the first time, and it's actually the first time it's getting a physical media release for that one. And there are a handful of other, titles coming out today for the first time on 4K. Next Tuesday though is a whole bunch of new things coming out, but we'll see, what they have at Walmart and see some of the stuff that was out last Tuesday as well. And like I was saying, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for you guys to check out as well. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. You guys know we always have to check the $1, $3, and $5 spot. And I still yet to find any more of The Simpsons. It's so weird. I found the Krusty the Clown, and then I found the Bart, like the one with the slingshot, but I've not found it in Scratchy or the Sideshow Bob one. It's like so weird. I've only saw them in one Target, and I've been to so many different, random locations and never seen any more of them. It's just so very weird with some of these things, how you never see them again. But it doesn't look like anything new here. I do really wonder when they're going to get the Wicked dolls back, because they had to, get rid of all of them from the stores because the website on the back went to the adult site. I did see one of the dolls at Barnes & Noble, and what they did was they scratched out the barcode and, put it in black. So I think that's what they've done in some places, but it seems like Target has still pulled them from the shelves, though. But we'll check over here, too, at the book area. See if anything's changed. They put like a random thing of Barbies here. $5 Barbies, Black Friday Barbies. And I saw this thing too. It was a thing for Campbell's noodle soup here. And it's so funny, they're seeing much more promotion out here for Tasty Cakes, because that's a real brand you saw more on the East Coast, and you've been seeing it in the last few years out here way more. New book wise, I think the Share book is new, and the Clint one, I don't think I remember showing them last time around. And Turd magazine wise, see anything different here, Turd Mag. But we'll look though in the toys though and see maybe they'll finally have some of the new Simpsons ones. And like I said, right here is where those Wicked dolls would be, but they still haven't replaced them. Like I said, I think it would have been easy just to kind of scratch over them, but I guess for some reason they didn't want to do that at Target. They only seem to do the scratching at Barnes & Noble and a few selected places. This is all some of the random kind of Black Friday things they have in the middle here too. Some games, some books. There won't be anything, of course, movie-wise anymore. Some Squish stuff. Some real big stuffed animals over there. But see all these kind of games and stuff like that in here. But over here, though, doesn't look like anything new as far as I can tell. I've seen this. I think there's an Otis one of these Thousand Corpses ones. I don't think I've seen that in Targets, though. I know that it's out, though. And there are the Buddy Cooper ones. I've started to see at some random Targets that are the ones of the Gremlins and the Beetlejuice one. I had a pre-order for Entertainment Earth for that, but it's taking forever for them to finally ship it. I found that some of those things, anytime you pre-order, sometimes it almost is it doesn't always work out. I always remember even back in the day as a kid when I pre-ordered Hook, I think it was at Blockbuster or one of them. It was either Blockbuster or Suncoast, and I remember that was the first time I remember pre-ordering. Didn't work out well at all, and I ended up having to go and buy it somewhere else because the pre-order wasn't going to come for a couple weeks still. I always remember that as a kid, and that was the one with Hook for some reason. Some major pre-order fiasco. I always remember that. Yeah, look, guys, you guys can see some of the Simpsons here. They're all the same ones. The Ned Flanders and the same first set of the ones. But I've not seen any more of the ones. So like I said, the main ones I'm looking for is the Itchy and Scratchy and then the Sideshow Bob one. Such a pain though. It's you just keep seeing these same old ones getting put out, but the new ones, it's good luck finding those. But yeah, nothing really too different here. Like I said, just a lot of random, Black Friday kind of sales. Some kind of Rudolph, kind of dog food one. FAO Schwartz things. I know there's some of these like Lego kind of things over here too. These like really fancy kind of like succulent put together reefs and stuff like that too. Into Walmart we go. And taking a look here though, Christmas wise, I still see some of the Bigfoot, hug me squishmallows. They have some of these ones in here, but nothing really looking too new in here. I know this section though, they kind of throughout the season kind of change things out, and like they kind of have stuff at first and then they switch it out to new things. I think some of these might be newer. These like Dolly Parton plates. Yeah, I don't remember seeing these last time. And then, yeah, Dolly Parton coasters. Those are funny, and they like, the thing with coasters is it's really hard to get ones that are like actually absorb the actual stuff, and a lot of times it just sits on the top and stuff. So it's funny though, they don't look like terrible coasters. I don't know if they're actually any good though, but kind of funny, random Dolly Parton coasters here. Dolly Parton cups, napkins. There's even this thing here, like a Dolly Parton plate, like a big plate for like a pie, a wine stop, and then like a can cooler. Those are funny though. Yeah, like I said, they randomly change it out, and there's like newer things in here though. We'll take a look back here though and see anything different, toy wise and everything. Let's head back. Let's see.
As they flail.
So the toys are back here. Let's see, anything different. I haven't really seen anything different turtle wise in a while in here. Yeah, pretty much been the same when it comes to that for the past probably couple months, but they have a ton of these skibbity toilets in here. I think these are the kind of things that are gonna sit, because you can tell it looks like it's pretty much full. I feel like they might have sold one of the big one, and then like you can see these boxes, a handful of these, but these things are like so huge. And then these are the plush versions. This one, I think, oh yeah, see, somebody peeked in it. So it's like, and opened it up. So, because they're blind bags, so somebody opened it. So then they have to discount the price because of it. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, they don't have any of the Simpsons in here either though. For some reason, they've only ever had like one random like Bart Simpson one, but none of the like little ones I've seen in here though. But we'll head back here and see movie wise what's here, what they have left and everything. Like I said, because I didn't get to check on video last Tuesday. I still see the Beetlejuice 4K. I don't see any of the Steelbooks though. And then this is the DVD though has a different cover. I think it's cool though how like they always have them having with Warner Brothers, the DVDs always have different covers. And then the 2-movie collection here, and then the Godzilla -1, and they have the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the DVD for that one. And then let's see. Over here, Steelbook wise, they have the Dark Crystal one. I believe that was last Tuesday. And then in here though, some of these ones, I think the Twisters and the Sudden Case of Christmas were last Tuesday as well. But next Tuesday though, there's gonna be a whole bunch of brand new stuff though. And then over here though, this location doesn't have them, but they're gonna start to have in here the A24 exclusives. So like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Midsummer, the director's cut, Stop Making Sense. The one that they have though is Marcel the Snail. So really cool to see that they're actually having these in stores. And this one, I really like this one, Skincare. Now the only thing is they only release this one on DVD, but this is one I do have a top recommendation to. Really love that movie. It's a shame though it's only getting the DVD though. Into the second Target we go. We'll see though if this one has anything different Simpson wise and everything as well. And it got dark now, so it's like already dark out, but we shall see if there's anything different in here though. But yeah, I was looking, guys, to see if I saw any of those Buddy Cooper, kids with the Halloween masks and stuff, like the Beetlejuice one or the one for Gremlins. But I didn't see any ones. You always have to look though, because things can be kind of like mixed in like real random spots and stuff like that. Though it doesn't look like I see any though, as far as I can tell. Though. Into the second Walmart we go. We'll see if this one has any more of the A24 ones to show you guys, like the other 3 ones, because like I said, they only had the one, so we shall see. So we'll see though what they have in here, if this one has anything different. I see this one seems to have a bunch of these like Hallmark multi-movie set ones. I don't know if I saw those in the other one or not. Oh yeah, see, it's the same thing. This one doesn't even have the Marcel the Snail one. All these ones are totally empty. It seems like that's going very quick, if they are getting, because I know I was at random Walmart and I did see them out. And then looking here too, if there's anything different in here mixed in. The one good thing is you can look at the back of these ones because it's not all locked up. This is the Asylum's Twisters one in here. There's like a God's Not Dead multi-movie one. But yeah, next Tuesday there should be a bunch of new things. And then sometimes randomly mixed in here you see some newer like TV things. Like this thing I don't remember seeing in here, this UK series Ghosts. I definitely don't remember seeing that. Like I said, it's randomly, they sometimes like, you see like certain TV things just kind of pop up in here and stuff like that. Looking back over here too in the horror section, nothing new has changed out here. There should be, it seems like they have this stuff for probably like 2 months or 3 months at a time, and then they switch out to another set of things. So I suspect in probably about another month or so, they're switched to some new stuff. Maybe a month and a half. Let's see though. I don't think I see anything else different here, and it wasn't looking like anything different Steelbook-wise in here. This is some more Christmas stuff right here, but didn't look like anything Steelbook-wise, though, as far as I could tell. So anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, though, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. In the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also, though, let me know if you guys saw anything in theaters this past weekend. I did see, you know, Wicked Chapter 1 in theaters, which I really liked it a lot. I you know, never had seen the original, you know, play or any of that for it, but, you know, I had, you know, heard some of the songs and stuff in the past, but I thought it was really, really well done. What's funny, though, is it's kind of funny, like, I think everybody knew that it was going to be split into 2 parts, but I feel like they only were starting to kind of promote with the Wicked Chapter 1 aspect in the last, like, week and a half. I feel like before that, you weren't seeing that. So kind of funny how all of a sudden, though, they're now kind of promoting with that. But anyway, though, guys, like I always say, like, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Shout Factory Scream Factory line. Now, this is one available for the first time having a physical release. It has the 4K and the Blu-ray edition here, and it's the collector's edition of the film here, Hush. Now, this was originally a Netflix original movie, and now I think the licensing has finally ended on how long they licensed the film for. I think it was like 6 or 7 years. So now it's going to, you know, it's getting a physical release. So I believe there's going to be a handful of other things coming out like that as well, where Netflix licensed the movie for a certain amount of time, and then once that's done, then it can get a physical release from a, you know, distributor if they decide to put one out. So really glad that this one now finally has a physical release, and I'm pretty sure I saw some of the other Mike Flanagan ones are going to be coming out, you know, little by little as well. What's really cool, though, about Mike Flanagan, and it's such a funny thing that I only realized a couple years ago, was, you know, Mike Flanagan's the director of the film, put up, and, you know, he's done a bunch of different movies and TV and things, and he posted about one of his first jobs was working at Suncoast Motion Pictures, and he posted the location that he worked at and, like, the years that he was there, and it was so surreal, because it was like, that's the one that I always would go to, you know, every single Friday, right by my house, the Suncoast in the mall. So it was just so funny because I was buying so many things unknowingly from him, you know, and saw him all the time. This, of course, before he was known or anything. Just a funny thing to realize. But on here, though, this is a 4-disc set. So it has the original version on 4K with a brand new restoration. It also has a commentary track on here with the director and the co-writer and actors on the film. Then it also has a brand new cut of the film, which is a Schuss cut on here, which has like kind of a new audio mix on the film. And then it has the Blu-ray version, which includes the theatrical version and the smush cut, as well as commentary tracks. And then on the Blu-ray, which has a picture-in-picture commentary on there, as well as some brand new interviews on here as well. So really great release. And like I said, if you guys have not seen this movie, it's an interesting movie. I like this a lot. It's basically about this woman who is in a house kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and she's deaf and, you know, and can't speak as well because of something that had happened, so she's not able to talk. And basically this intruder kind of comes in and kind of tries to come after her, and he slowly realizes that she can't hear. So he kind of like is taunting her and hiding around. It's a really, really interesting, very creepy movie. Like I said, this one here is called Hush. And the next one I got here is from Shout Factory as well. And this is a movie here which stars Danny DeVito, Andie MacDowell. And it's a fun movie here called Sudden Case of Christmas. And basically, though, it's, you know, the family is coming kind of going out to where they normally would go for for Christmas. They're going there during the summer, and it turns out, though, that Wilmer Valderrama, I'm saying his name totally wrong, and Lucy DeVito's character are getting divorced, and they basically want to try and have like one big Christmas thing together, even though it's the summer before they kind of get divorced and everything. And basically, it's kind of the daughter. She kind of is coming up with a plan with her grandfather, figuring out how they're going to try and like get them back together and make them not get separated and stuff. Just a really fun movie. Has on here behind the scenes, A Sudden Case of Christmas on here with interviews and a trailer on this one here as well. The next one here are from Shout Factory as well, and these are some really cool Steelbook releases here. The first one is Jim Henson's The Labyrinth here, and the brand new 4K Ultra HD Steelbook. This is the limited edition Steelbook, which includes the 4K and the Blu-ray copy of the film. This is one of these movies that I've watched so many times throughout the years. It is such a fun film. Now, on here, on the first disc, it has a brand new fan event Q&A with Brian Henson and Toby Froud on here, and then Contact juggling tutorial on here, and then a commentary track, and then disc 2 has commentary, some archival features, our anniversary Q&A on here, deleted and alternate scenes on here, including commentary with Brian Henson. I'll show you guys a little look inside here as well. But like, if you guys have never seen The Labyrinth, though, it is a great movie. I've watched, like I said, watched this movie so many times over the years. They also released a brand new Steelbook edition here, which includes the 4K and the Blu-ray of Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal as well. Now, this one has on here a brand new fan event Q&A with Lisa Henson, and a commentary on here with conceptual designer Brian Froud on here. And then on disc 2 on the Blu-ray has commentaries on here, the World of the Dark Crystal documentary on here, picture-in-picture storyboard track on here, and then deleted scenes and photo gallery. And I'll show you guys a look inside here as well for the Steelbook for the film. The other one that's available from Shout Factory as well, and this is the first time. This one was only originally available on Blu-ray, but this is the first time it's coming out to 4K. This includes the 4K and the Blu-ray copy of the film Bones and All, which stars Timothee Chalamet. This is one you don't hear about as much, too much. This came out about 2 years back. Pretty good movie here. This one has on here, though, 4K restoration, and then on the Blu-ray it has a present from the original elements, a look inside, and then the vision of Bones and All, and then some featurettes on the movie here as well. The next one here, this is one that I didn't get to see in theaters. I missed this one, and it's a movie from Lionsgate called Killer's Game, which stars Bautista and Dave Bautista. And this is an interesting movie. It's basically, Bautista's character is a contract killer, and basically he's kind of sent on, like, missions, and he's kind of like the number one at the job and everything like that. At the same time, he ends up meeting this one, his girlfriend, meet this girl, Sofia Boutella, and they start kind of dating. And it's kind of like he's sort of at the same time wanting to kind of get out of this life, but then at the same time he finds out that he's sick and he's got like something that's incurable. So basically what he does is he doesn't want to basically the only way for his girlfriend to get like a certain amount of money is for him to have something that looks like he was killed. So basically he has to kind of set up a hit on himself. And it's kind of like, but it's basically one of those things where he sets up the hit on himself, and right after it's like, wait a minute, maybe there was a mistake, and it becomes a whole big thing. But a fun movie here. This one has on here some featurettes on the movie and the theatrical trailer here as well. The next one here, this is from 20th Century Studios, and this is the limited edition Steelbook version, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray of the film Alien Romulus. It also includes the digital code as well. Now, I know there's also a limited edition VHS version of this movie available too. It's like the first like studio film to get a VHS in years upon years upon years. I know they did, Terrifier, the 2 VHS, but that was like a more of an indie film, but this is like a studio release. So I think it's the first one. Yeah, I don't even know how many years, but I think Deadpool, they did like the limited edition tape at Comic-Con. So I guess that was one of the ones before. But I really liked Alien Romulus. This is from the director of the, was it the Evil Dead remake? And I like his movies. I really like the way his stuff's done. It's very, very gory and much more. This one I felt like too was kind of more of like practical kind of kills and stuff like that than some of the past films. It was much more done real and things like that. And basically, though, this is about people that were kind of going around like stealing scrap and things from ships, and taking like materials and things like that to sell, and basically scrapping and stuff like that. And basically, they end up going into the space station, realizing that the alien things were there, and it becomes a terrible situation. I really like this movie. It has on here though a 4-part making of on here on the film, and then it also has the extended and alternate scenes on here as well. And then I'll show you guys guys a look inside here. But really cool movie. Like I said, I really like this one a lot. And I think that the VHS version, I believe, is a Walmart exclusive, I think. The next one here, this is from Paramount. And this is available for the first time on 4K. And this is the limited edition Steelbook. And it has a slipcover on it, too. Like a kind of a, image slipcover. It's not like one of the, sort of see-through ones, but it's just like a slipcover on it. And then the back has a different image too, but this is for Galaxy Quest, available for the first time on 4K. I always wonder too if someday we'll ever get to see the R-rated version of the movie, because I know originally when they were making the movie, they didn't know what they were going to make this movie rated. So like a lot of the language had to get changed, because it was too R-rated. I think originally they were going for like kind of PG-13 R rating and then weren't sure. I think PG-13 or PG was the right rating for this, because if it was rated R, I don't know if it would have had the same fan base and it wouldn't have really fit to it. But it still would be fun someday to see the uncut version of the movie. Basically, though, this is a fun film. This is about people who are on kind of like a Star Trek type show, but kind of like a knockoff type one. And basically, they all would come together for reunions and conventions and things like that. And essentially, these real aliens saw the show, were fans of it, and thought that they could actually, the people from the show could actually help them. So they end up kidnapping them from Earth, unknowing to them that they're actually just actors, and trying to help them, with their plan. It's just a really fun movie. Has on here, a brand new filmmaker focus with the director on here, and then some featurettes on the movie, deleted scenes. But like I said, really fun movie if you guys have never seen it. The next ones here, these ones are all from, let me just make sure these doesn't fall here. The next ones here are all from moviezing.com. I have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. And the first one here is from Warner Brothers. And this is one you don't hear about too much anymore. But I remember when this first came out, like everybody was talking about it. And this is the National Lampoon's Vacation kind of remake, kind of reboot that they did. They didn't end up making any more to this series. I thought it was actually pretty fun, but it was essentially the same kind of film for the most part, but it was like not as good though, because it was kind of like they were essentially supposed to be like Ed Harris was the one kid and kind of going and trying to have the same experience that he did with his kids, that he did when he was, as a kid in the original film. Like I said, I like this one. You definitely don't hear about it too often. It has on here, though, gag reel, deleted scenes, and a making of on here. But I think it's worth watching for sure. The next one, this is from Warner Brothers as well. And this is one you don't hear about too much. And this is from Movie Zing as well. And this is one that I really love this movie. This is from, the director of Best in Show, Christopher Gust, and he also did Waiting for Guffman and A Mighty Wind. And this is the one you don't hear about as much, called For Your Consideration, which I love just as much as the other films. And this one especially, too, because it's about making a film. And it's about basically, they're making this really like kind of poor, cheesy kind of bad movie, and it's like everybody kind of knows it's bad, but at the same time there gets to be this kind of like whispers in the air that the movie for some reason is getting Oscar buzz, and everybody kind of gets big-headed about the whole thing. It's an incredible movie. I love this movie. I would love to see Christopher Gust do something like this again, now a new one of these kind of films, because I love this kind of improv stuff. And there's no script. They write out like kind of plot points and stuff, but it all ends up getting improvised. So it's a really fun movie. I feel like this is one that a lot of you guys probably have not seen. It has on here a commentary track on here. It has over 30 minutes of behind the scenes bonus features on here as well. The next one here, this is from Movie Zing as well. And this is also from Freestyle Digital. And this is a movie, I really like this one. And this is a very similar, felt like kind of almost like my life in some ways too. And even the one character's friend in the movie was called Matt. So it was like an old friend from back in the days. It's kind of funny. It's a movie here called I Like Movies, which is a top recommendation. I love this movie. It's basically though it's set in 2003. The only thing is, don't pay too much attention to some of the movies on the shelf, because some of the movies on the shelves are too new. I noticed, I was doing that the whole time. I was just stop looking at the movies on the shelf, Sean. A few of them are not the right date, like Starry Eyes and a few things. So don't pay attention to the movies on the shelf. Try not to look at them. You know what I mean? The ones that are right are Rules of Attraction, Cabin Fever, and some of those ones, but there were some that were not right on the shelf. They were definitely too new. There was a couple I was noticing, but I like this movie. It's basically, though, about this kid who ends up, you know, really into films and everything, and he ends up getting a job. You know, he's 17 years old, he gets a job at this video rental store. And it's kind of about, it's set in, like I said, 2003, and it's shot in like the full screen aspect ratio too, to kind of make it look like it was shot during that time as well. And it's just kind of about him working there and his life and everything and his friends. It's just a really, really good movie, and really, really like this one a lot. The next one I got here is from moviezing.com as well, and this is also from Freestyle Digital Releasing as well. And this is also Weekly World News presents this. And I remember Weekly World News, you would see them, I don't think you see them anymore in like the markets and stuff, but I remember like as a kid, you'd always see them, especially that one, you know, when you'd see on the cover all the time, like that Bat Boy or something. I don't know, I always remember that. So it's cool that they produced this film. It has a bunch of people in here. Sherry O'Terre is in the film. Vincent Pastore is in the movie. This is just a fun movie. It's basically, though, kind of a parody horror film in a sense. Heather Mangiano, you know, Mangiano from, Welcome to Dollhouse is in the movie, and Hostel 2. But the movie's basically, though, about a couple that are getting married, and it's kind of during the time of a zombie outbreak that's going on. And they're really interesting zombies, like the makeup and stuff. They have like this interesting shine to them, and like people in the town are starting to get kind of turned into zombies. And like, I don't know, and they kind of, it's just really fun, especially Sherry O'Terre and her character gets turned into a zombie. It's just a really fun, wacky, goofy movie. The next one here, this was also, this was from moviezing.com as well, and also from Dark Side Releasing. And this is one here called The Untitled Horror Movie. This was an interesting movie. This is, I recognize so many people that were in this from a lot of TV. The one actress was in like 47 Meters Down. It was one of those ones, like, if you watch like a lot of like, you know, that certain types of stuff, you would know who a lot of the actors were. So I was definitely recognizing most of the people in here. And they even had a cameo in here from Cal Penn, which was like a real surprising, like very random cameo. But basically, though, it kind of all shot from home, and it was about people kind of, during what happened in the world in 2020 when they were all kind of at home, and basically they didn't know what to do. So they were trying to make their own horror movie together, and they were kind of like all sending each other the scenes to shoot and stuff, but then things started going wrong when they were doing it and stuff like that. Really interesting movie. And like I said, one of those kind of movies that were shot from home. They did a lot of stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, acted in a couple things that were done the same kind of way. It has on here behind the scenes on here, and official trailer on here as well. The other one here, which is from moviezing.com as well, and this is also from Universal. And this is the complete series here on Blu-ray for the show Las Vegas, which is a show I remember when this was on. I think it aired from, I can't remember what years did this show go from. Was it 2003? And then I think it went to like 2006 or 7, something like that. But it went for 5 seasons, and it starred James Caan. And basically, it's all about the kind of the Vegas, kind of the behind the scenes of like the security at the tables and all the kind of things that are going on there, and kind of keeping people safe there, and the things you don't think of that are going on behind the scenes with it. And if someone like me who's always going to Vegas and really loves Vegas, I love anything to do with Vegas. And has on here, though, feature-wise, Rumblin', The Mercado, John Bon Jovi and John Elway, the co-creators of Arena Football League team, duke it out again for the first time. Inside, go behind the scenes with Creator on here. A look at the city of Las Vegas in the new, a time-lapse photography of building the new hotel, behind the scenes on season 4, backstage with the cast and crew, gag reels, visual effects featurette as well. And I'll show you guys a look at the discs here. So here's season 1 on here, and this one has the look back at Vegas. And then season 2, that has VIP access only, Palms High Roller executive takes you on a hotel tour and everything they do to cater to their high roller clientele, and the gag reel. And then on season 3, that has gag reel and in the new time lapse of building the new hotel. And then for season 4, that has season 3 recap, backstage with the cast and crew, behind the scenes making of season 4. And then the final season has gag reel, visual effects featurette, and NBC.com webisode webcasts as well. And then The next ones, now these ones are from Kino Lorber. And the first one here, this is when I remember seeing this one in theaters too when this came out. This is a crazy movie from William Friedkin called Bug. And this is the 4K Ultra HD, which includes the 4K and the Blu-ray. It stars Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon and Harry Connick Jr. This is one of these movies I remember, like, it was all in this hotel room and these weird sort of things happening to people. I remember, like, when I've seen this in theaters, it was so freaky and peculiar. It's one of those, like, if you guys like weird sort of body horror and kind of stuff when people are kind of cracking up, it's definitely really good. Has a commentary track on here, introduction featurette, and a trailer on this one here as well. The next one here, this one was from Kino Lorber as well. And this was I believe this is available for the first time on 4K. This is another William Friedkin film, which stars Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro, called The Hunted. And this is one I remember. This one came out in 2003. I remember really liking this one as well. This one has a commentary track with William Friedkin, 4 featurettes, The Making of The Haunted on here, the deleted scenes, and a theatrical trailer on this one. Like I said, this also includes the 4K and the Blu-ray of the film. And then from Kino Lorber Studio Classics, available on Blu-ray, is Billy Wilder's 1, 2, 3. This is a Billy Wilder film from 1961, which has on here a commentary track by film historian Michael Salenzer. Billy Wilder and Volker Sokolov discuss 1, 2, 3. Billy Wilder on politics in 1, 2, 3, and a theatrical trailer on this one. And then from Kino Lorber as well is one here called The Martian Chronicles. And this one has on here commentary for episode 1 by TV historians Amanda Reyes and Heath Howlard. And then episode 2 has a commentary track by Amanda Reyes and Justin Kurzweil. And then episode 3 has a commentary by Amanda Reyes and Daniel Butnick. And then there's also an interview on here with James Faulkner on here as well. And this was a series that ran in 1980, like I said, The Martian Chronicles here. And then this one here is from Dark Force Entertainment. This is one of their first, I think they've done 1 or 2 Blu-ray or 4Ks, but I think this may be, like I said, one of their first ones. And this is a movie which I've always loved this movie. It's a movie that stars Karen Black and Rainbow Harvest called Mirror Mirror. And it is a really interesting movie. It has really great, music in this movie too. And it's basically, though, involving this sort of weird mirror, and like it kind of like controls you and makes you do very strange things. It's a really interesting movie. Like I said, I always really like this movie here called Mirror Mirror. The next one, this one was also from Kino Lorber as well. And this is, what's cool about this is a Something Weird release. So I'm hoping that the Kino will start to put out a bunch of Something Weird, because there's a lot of stuff that's never come to Blu-ray from Something Weird that they put out over the years. This is one here called Maniac. And this one has a commentary track on here with Dwayne Epsper and Horgood Sadi, courtesy of Mark Woods. True crime short films on here. Some commentary tracks, theatrical trailer, 2023 re-release trailer on here as well. And then from Mill Creek, they released, and I think this was available in the past, and this is the new edition here of The King of Queens, the complete series here on Blu-ray. And this one has on here, feature-wise, pilot episode commentary with Kevin James and show creator and executive producer on here. It has a laughs montage, the writer of King of Queens, the 200th episode celebration, behind-the-scenes featurette, retrospective, thanks to the fans on here as well. And here's a look, though, at the discs here for this one. So here is discs 1 through 10 for the show, and then discs 11 through 20 for the show here. And how many seasons did the show run for? So it ran for 9 seasons for the show here. And like I said, if you guys are a fan of King of Queens, it's available in a brand new edition here for the whole show, available in Blu-ray here. The next one's from Mill Creek as well, is a brand new Ultraman release. This is the complete series of Ultraman Blazer here. And this one includes the complete series plus movie here on Blu-ray. I'll show you guys, though, a look inside as well. So in here, too, it has a little booklet which has, episode guide, and also talks about, usually it shows the monsters which are included in the episodes here as well. And there's also a little card included here, too, Ultraman card game here. And then the next ones here were from Mill Creek as well. And there's one here called a Bluegrass Christmas here. And then one called Someone Like You. And this one has on here some features. It has cast auditions, behind-the-scenes featurettes, deleted scenes, and a creator commentary on this one here as well. And then the next one here is from Synapse Films, and this is 4K Ultra HD release here, a movie here called The Block Island Sound. This is basically about this island where kind of like in a fishing kind of area where weird sort of things are starting to go on, and it's kind of like trying to get to the bottom of what's happening there and everything. Really an interesting movie. This one has on here a commentary track on here with the director's original trailer in here. All Los Angeles behind the scenes Super 8 on here. Some things on the special features on here as well. And then from Severin Films, I have two things here to show you guys that were available. Now this one, I got to cover this, but this is basically, if you guys are a fan of Ed Wood made later in his career some adult films, and these are basically called Hard Wood, and these were the adult features of Ed Wood. And it has on here, you know, it's a 3-disc set, and then it has Necromania, The Only House in Town, The Young Marrieds, and Shotgun Wedding on here, and has some commentaries on here, you know, as well, and on the ones here too. And then the last one here is from Severin Films as well. And this is a documentary about a movie theater out in the UK that would play like underground and interesting films and things like that. And it's basically called Scola, and it's in a cool, you know, steelbook, a hardbound kind of case here. And it's a 2-disc set, has a commentary tracks on here, and it has, and then let's see, some commentary. Oh, it's actually a 3-disc set. So a bunch of different features and behind the scenes on the film here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I would say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.